This season of the Urban Conservative Podcast is brought to you by Newton for Senate, working to improve education, reduce taxes, and keep North Carolina #1 for business. Find out more at newtonforsenate.com. This episode of the Urban Conservative has also been sponsored by Case Technology Consulting. Help your business get value out of its data and become more efficient and streamlined. Case Technology Consulting. Check out the link in the description. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what it is. It's a Tuesday night. It is election night. For some, not for everybody, for some, it is indeed election night. You're checking out a very special episode of the Urban Conservative Podcast. You are joined by the TUC twins. I am Abdul Ali, as always, joined by my twin brother, Raheem Architect Soto. If you haven't done so already, tuconservative.com is the website that you can go to help us keep exposing the BS, to help folks understand reality beyond all narratives, and to help us keep doing what we do, which is spreading conservatism into urban communities across this great, wonderful, and amazing country of ours. It's a little weird to be on a Tuesday night, but we've got elections. Got elections going across, and I tell you what, one of the hot button places that we have elections going on here in North Carolina is in Rocky Mount. So what we're going to do throughout tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you can see we've got the Rocky Mount election results live on your screen. We're going to be bringing these to you in real time as they are updated at the Board of Elections. I was just made aware of a shenanigan. I don't know what you want to call it. A proverbial poop show that was last night's city council, Air Finger Coat special called city council meeting in Rocky Mount. Basically, more ploys and stuff like that. So we're going to see here in a little while as the results trickle in. We're also going to be looking at races across North Carolina. Another one we're going to be looking at is right here, as you see on your screen, in Guilford County. My man, Ken Harper, is going for a spot on the at-large spot onto High Point City Council. We're also going to be jumping out to the eastern part of the state to check out the Elizabeth City election. We've got a good friend, shouts out to Christina Williams, that's running in this Elizabeth City for mayor. But again, we're going to be jumping back and forth between certain elections here going on in North Carolina. Now, 22% was the turnout in the last Rocky Mount municipal elections. Polls just closed.
Wow. Wow, we gotta rewind.
I was about to say it again.
Come on, man. You over there having Bidens right now?
Yo, I'm over here having this Moscato, this mango Moscato is what I'm having right now.
Ooh, yeah, the mango Moscato will do it every time. Well, I did.
Amazing. I've never had
you know
it.
what's funny? I did before the show. I did take a shot.
Did you? Of what?
A little Maker's Mark.
Oh, little Maker's, little bourbon. All right, I got you. Mary Helen Teller is in on out in Nash County watching.
I'm just curious. I'm curious for those watching. Do y'all? What bourbons and whiskeys do y'all do? I know it's an election special, but he said mango Moscato, and y'all know with the morning show we always do our mug shot. I'm drinking it right out the bottle because it's into the bottle. And I know some of y'all are like, but it's Tuesday night. I know. We never do a show on Tuesday night, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have a shot. Why not? It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
No,
let us know. What whiskeys and bourbons y'all do? That's a good one. I like Maker's Mark, but it's cool. But but anyway, yeah, it's definitely some interesting elections going on. And I too heard about the shenanigans going on in Rocky Mount. And I mean, do we break that down right now? Do we pull that up and enlighten the folks and give our take on the shenanigans in Rocky Mount while ththese elections come in?
It's a 2-hour video.
We can peruse.
Okay. I see we got a request from somebody that says break it down. So guess what I'm about to do, bro? Guess what we about to do? Hold on.
Let me see if the precincts take some time to come in. And let us know who you're pulling for, who's the candidate you're pulling for, what city you're watching from. Of course, give yourself a shout out there in the comment section. Let us know where you are watching from. Oh, you pulled the results down?
I'm getting it. I gotta pull it down if we're gonna share that. But let me know if you get any audio. Hold on.
Let me see how long. Let me know how long. See, just play this. I've not watched any of it. And let me see how long I can make it through these shenanigans.
All right, hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can let me see
a special.
Do you have audio on that?
Not yet.
Yeah, it's not playing the audio. It won't let me play that because it's in a separate tab.
Put the link. Here. Put the link here. Put the link here.
Hold on, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it here. Let me see if you can get that. Try that, bro. Try that.
Okay. Let me see what we got.
Try that. In the meantime, while you try that, I'm going to go ahead and get these results back on the screen. All right. We got the results for Guilford County. Let's see if we have any results coming in for Rocky Mount right now. As of yet, as of 7:40,
I got action. I got action. All
right. You may have to be swift on the the fast forward button. But let's see what this is talking about.
Okay. So this way we don't got nobody info in there that don't want to be in the shenanigans.
All right, you're going to have to tap forward through that a little bit.
All right.
And I got my eyes on the results while we wait to see if those results, as the Rocky results come in.
It was not a majority that gave the city manager the right to send an email notifying the city attorney to cancel this meeting. So we want to know why, if you know, why this meeting was canceled.
No, sir, I don't know why. The meeting hasn't adjourned. So at this point, what I'll do is I'll turn it over to Councilman Blackwell to organize. I'm more than happy to answer your questions if you have.
Well, I just want to say that's a problem if the mayor don't know how the meeting is canceled. And if 3 other council members don't know why the meeting is
Wait. So the city manager sent an email. Somebody called for it. The city manager sent an email canceling the meeting. And now he's taking shots at the mayor right off the gate. Now, I want to say something. If you live in Rocky Mount and you've been following the fact that we have been following what's going on in Rocky Mount. Now, we hope the people in Rocky Mount will vote differently. But if they don't,
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you, I ain't
just know, just know, though, that don't mean we off your ass. That don't mean we go away. Regardless of what happens in Rocky Mount, our eyes are on it. So don't for one second think that whatever the results are tonight, that we go away, that the thorn in your side, that is us, goes away. Because there's a lot of buffoonery that occurs in this video, bro. There's a lot. So right now you got 1, 2, 3, 4 city council members on stage. Okay, you got 4. Keep going. I'm going to go back and look at the results, see if anybody's reporting yet.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Manager, would you like to respond to what you know about? Okay, so thank you guys.
Come on, who's doing the screaming?
But I would like to ask rules of engagement tonight, okay? So
that is very zesty sounded. That's Ruben Blackwell. Man sound real zestola,
don't do it. Don't do that. All
right. You're not fully clean unless you're zestfully clean.
To cancel this meeting. So, to my knowledge, it was not a majority that gave the city manager the right to send an email notifying the city attorney to cancel this meeting. So we want to know why, if you know, why this meeting was canceled.
No, sir, I don't know why. The meeting hasn't adjourned. So at this point, what I'll do is I'll turn it over to Councilman Blackwell to organize. I'm more than happy to answer your questions if you have.
Well, I just want to say that's a problem if the mayor don't know how the meeting is canceled. And if 3 other council members don't know why the meeting is
Hold on. So why are you having that adverse reaction, Mr. Knight, when you didn't show up to a city council meeting unannounced? I recall you unannounced just didn't show up. You didn't put in no prior in. You just canceled yourself. You and your Cody that thinks you the most powerful man in Rocky Mount, according to him. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm saying the meet got canceled, right? But you stepped on out. You didn't want to tap dance with the bruh, but you know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, wait. I had to back up because I did
So
a level of
with
zest that I was uncomfortable with.
hold on, yo, scrap that. Make the results big screen. Yo, stop that. We got results coming in. As it stands right now in the Rocky Mount race, Teresa Alton Stokes is in the lead. With early voting, it looks like is in 11.5%. It looks like early voting is in, and Teresa Alton Stokes is leading for mayor. Bronson Williams is right behind. Sandy Robinson is pretty low there, 20% of the vote. This is still early. Right now, Andre Knight is running away with the early vote count. Andre Knight is ahead 400 with 55% of the early vote that's in. Also, we're going to take a look over here at High Point. I wanted to take a look at what's going on. Ken Harper, my man, is down in early voting, but that's only 4% of the votes are in of the precinct. So we got 41 precincts. That's just early voting that has occurred. Again, in Rocky Mount, let's go back and take a look at that. Andre Knight is ahead right now. When it comes to the Ward 1 race, you've got Teresa Alton Stokes is in first place for the mayoral race. Now, remember, this is just early voting numbers that are in. This is not any of election day, so we shall see what happens here. But so far, it's looking like Andre Knight is carrying 400. He's got 55% of the vote as it stands right now. But what were you gonna say about what you were saying on that video? I don't know.
Oh no, I scrapped it. Yeah, I'm done with that. I'm not. It was too zesty. I'm good.
Wow. So this is what we got right now, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit over 530. Yeah. So those are the numbers there. Let's look at the Nash County mayor's numbers. I'm going to go ahead and get another tab pulled up for election results. I'll get that up. And we're going to go to Nash County. October 10th. We're going to go down to Nash. Display results. Share this tab. Oh, well, there you go. Well, that makes things a little different on the mayoral side of things. There's that. But right now, if you look on the Nash side, you've got 1,492 or 57%. So Teresa Alton Stokes, his 1,492 there.
What
yeah,
was
that's
that,
5. Yeah, she's not got enough right now. Right now, Sandy Robertson's 2,400. Yeah, she's not enough right now. She does not have what it takes right now to pull that off. She is not looking good on the Nash County side, but those are your Nash numbers. Again, that looks to be just early voting is in. Thank God TJ Walker is ahead there, and Lodge Daughtridge is winning. I like TJ Walker Jr. I had an opportunity to meet him. I think he's a nice enough guy. I think he really genuinely cares about the city, but he's ahead right now. And I think that's if that pattern holds on the Nash County side, you'll see TJ Walker 78% with early voting in is a big, big number to overcome. But we're still waiting on more votes to come in on the Edgecombe County side. It looks like they're still waiting to get precincts in. And then I'm going to go over here and check what's going on with the High Point City Council numbers. I'm waiting to see what's up with my man. Give me a second here. And then I also need to check Pasquotank County for the Elizabeth City results. Let me get Pasquotank pulled up because I got somebody asking me what Pasquotank numbers are. So I'm going to go to there. I'm going to go down to Pasquotank. All right. So what you got right now in Pasquotank County in early voting, Kirk Rivers is ahead of Christina Williams, who is at 290. Let's take a look here at the Mo Moore. Catherine Felton is ahead in the Ward 3 race. So still looking for precincts to come in. I'm checking now. Yep, we still got the same numbers in Rocky Mount. So that is right now what is on your screen is Elizabeth City, North Carolina. We're going to go back. Let's go back here to Rocky Mount. Let's see what we got on the Edgecombe side. Now, bro, right now we're at 11.11% turnout. So 1,210 people out of 10,953 that could potentially vote in a race. Interestingly enough, as you can see, between Tarek and Troy, there's about a 1.5% difference, and then we're also looking at in the Edgecombe side. Yeah, Edgecombe side, Teresa Alton Stokes is winning. But the interesting part about that is when you go over to Nash County and you look at these numbers here, it appears that the mayor has a fairly insurmountable lead because he's at 1,800. She's just breaking 1,000. Bronson is at 500 on the Nash County side, as you can see there. And then Bronson is at 400. So he's at about 900 votes statewide, citywide on both sides of Rocky Mount. Now, folks, you might be wondering why we're doing this, why we're on a Tuesday night talking about municipal elections. It's because that is really where the rubber meets the road. That is really where the stuff that impacts your day-to-day life is happening. This is your local town. And Jack touched on this last night, is, your cities can own property. Your cities can own buildings. Your cities can own bridges and roads and facilities, whereas your counties cannot. We're talking about tax policy that can go into effect and change on you within days. We're talking about issues that can be voted on, your sanitation, your police, your libraries, your parks and rec. All of that stuff gets dealt with at a municipal level. Now,
so real quick, bro.
Go
real quick. Hold on. You need to breathe, right? Number one, you just did a run right there. I'm proud of you. But let's get a real quick commercial break. We'll be right back here with some more live election results. Hit that share button. Make sure you let folks know this is where they can check out live election results across North Carolina without all the commercial nonsense. We just gonna run this quick video, let y'all know about a project we worked on. We're very proud of. We'll be right back.
This is Abdul Ali with TUC Docs. Rocky Mount, North Carolina is a city with a rich history and a tight-knit community. But behind the facade of small-town America lies the dark reality of corruption and deceit. In this documentary, we'll delve into the story of how Rocky Mount's politicians and officials have allegedly used their position for their own personal gain, often at the expense of the city's most vulnerable residents. Through interviews with whistleblowers and local activists, you'll hear about the systemic issues that are allowing this corruption to continue and the impact that it's having on the city of Rocky Mount. Join us at TUC Docs for the Rocky Mount story.
All right, folks, I want y'all to know that is available now. You can head over to tuconservative.com and you can check out that documentary right nowington. It's available now for free. You can check it out, share it, and if you want to support and help us get that out there so folks know what's going on. And if you have corruption going on out there in your city, let us know, man. Maybe we need to cover it and do something about it. So, yeah, bro, what you got?
All right, so I'm going to go back to these numbers here on the Edgecombe side. Doesn't look like the precincts have reported yet. I just hit it with a refresh, so the numbers are still the same there. I'm going to go check on a couple of other places. Let me check real quick. This is the Elizabeth City numbers are still the same. I know that there is Wake County, which is Raleigh, has a huge amount of races going on there. So we're going to check Wake County real quick. Town of Cary Mayor, it looks like there is a runaway for Harold Weinbrecht Jr. There is Town of Cary at large. Lori Bush, you only get one. So it looks like Lori Bush is in the mix of early vote and got that. And if you live in the Wake County area, this is what you got going on. Also, City of Durham Mayor, Mr. Burris or Mrs. Burris, there have been no reported votes in there yet, but that is that. And then let's go to a different county. Let's go look at Guilford County. All right, Charlie Beasley, it looks like it's got one vote so far. It's a 50-50 vote there. But we're back in Guilford County. I want to see how my man Ken Harper's doing. He's at 477. Amanda Cook is there. So it's the two highest vote getters that will go on through the primary in High Point. So that's where what we were looking at there. And now we're back at Rocky Mount just to see if we have any particular updates. So there's that. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at live election results from across North Carolina. We're going to go through and share results from a couple of different places. So y'all stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. We'll leave these results on the screen and we'll be right back. We're going to be cycling through a different county. So just keep your eyes here on the Urban Conservative. Give us a share. Let people know that they can watch live election results from across North Carolina right here on the Urban Conservative.
I dare you to come down here and challenge us.
When we talk about the young men in this town and the young women in this town that are being killed, they're not being killed by people who are wearing Klan hoods and running around here screaming, "Kill blackies." They're being killed by people that look like them. Our education rates, our literacy rates, our suspension rates, the school to prison pipeline, these are real issues. With city council members, do what's right by the people.
I dare you to come down here and challenge us.
As I've driven around this city, my twin brothers come down from New York. It is a palpable sense of desperation that young people feel in this city and some folks feel here.
Don't blame me.
Nothing will change in this town or any other unless you all stand up and vote and you all as elected officials do what's right by them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are live on the Urban Conservative, a special Tuesday night show. You got Abdul Ali and Raheem Architect Soto, aka the TUC Twins, rocking with you on a Tuesday night as we're looking at election results from across the great state of North Carolina. We got municipal elections going on everywhere, so we are making sure to keep you in the loop. You don't have to look any further to get your election results. If you've got election results in your county that you want us to pull up, just jump into the chat. Let us know what county you're in, and we will pull up those results for you and take a look at them. On your screen, you're looking at the Nash County results for Rocky Mount, North Carolina, with a mayor's race and some city council races. As you can see, as it currently stands, Teresa Alton Stokes is winning on the Edgecombe side. But then when you go over to the Nash County side, it's a little bit of a different story over there in Nash County. Now, what you're going to find out, Ra, and what you're going to hear, and I know this is coming, right? I know this is coming. The only reason she won is because of all the white people. It's because of the white people.
No, the only reason he won.
All right, the only reason she didn't win was because of the white people. That's what you're gonna get. It's coming. It's. I have a feeling that's coming. All right, let's see what else is going on across North Carolina. I think, let me see if we got any results back. No, it doesn't look like any of the precincts have reported yet, but it now being 8 o'clock, I have a feeling in the next few minutes, we're going to start seeing more and more results pouring in as they do their final canvass, get their counts out, and get those tapes posted to the door as they usually do during an election cycle. So, interestingly enough, bro, there was a very contentious race for mayor up in Elizabeth City, up in Pasquotank County. I got to give a shout out to the Pasquotank PAC. They've showed us a lot of love.
Yeah, you know what? You know what I was gonna say. It's funny you say that, because one of the things that these local elections bring to mind for me to remind people about is the opportunity to become poll inspectors, poll watchers, and things of that nature. Because one of the big issues we hear a lot about is voter integrity and the integrity of the vote and all of these different things. So, you know, if you've never been a poll inspector, a poll watcher, you've never, you know, done that, it is a wonderful opportunity for you to see behind the scenes. And you know, some places they get paid, right? If I'm not mistaken, they get paid for that.
Oh, if you are an election worker in your board of elections, and this is not the same thing as an observer for the party. So in North Carolina, the Democrat County Party and the Republican County Party get to appoint observers at 10 at-large observers, and then you have 2 observers per post usually. And so you can either do that, but that's not a paid position. That's an observer. If you're a poll worker, that means you are working directly for the Board of Elections. You are getting paid to be there and process people's votes. One thing that I can tell you, bro, is every election cycle that I've worked in North Carolina, I've had an opportunity to be a poll observer. And it is some amazing people. Don't know if they're Democrats, don't know if they're Republicans, but it's good people that want to go in there and make sure that our elections are free, our elections are fair, and that our elections are safe. And that's an across the aisle thing. I know some local Democrats that I've walked into the polls to vote and saw them working there. So to answer your question, yes, you get paid if you are an election worker. No, you don't get paid if you are an observer, but it is a great opportunity to participate in the process and to see how the sausage is made, as they say.
Exactly right. Exactly right. All right. Well, let's keep cycling through these elections. And like my brother said, rock out with us. It takes usually the polls close there at 7:30. So you figure it's going to take about 45 minutes or so to start getting things processed. Those mail-in ballots have already been sitting there, so those are kind of easy to get through the system. But you know, as these the election workers get these, you know, these ballots in and these official numbers, and we'll start to see that change here, you know, over the next 15 minutes or so. So get yourself a beverage. You know, you ain't got to get an alcoholic one, but get yourself a little beverage and stay tapped in with us while we bring you these live results. And like I said, Ali, it's to us, one of the important things and the fun things about doing this is actually knowing some of these candidates. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And kind of being on the inside of it. And I want people to understand that it's not difficult to get involved. There's no block. Like, you know, there's this narrative that we're trying to fight against that is that there's some blockage to your political involvement and there really isn't other than you. You know, you
Right.
have to
Right.
you have to get involved, and you know, the more and more you get involved, you'll find out when you're in there to do the right thing. And again, this no matter what party you're with, really, but the more you get engaged in what's going on, you know, the more you'll start to see like, oh, okay, I can have an impact. You know, I can make a difference in my community. And you know, it's a good thing, man. It's always a good thing.
Shouts out to Stephanie, who was on the check-in. She says, delighted to be watching with you and an audience on this significant night for Rocky Mount. Is there a way to slow down the scroll of results, making it easier to read? We can do that. Let's make it slower. Hold on a second. So we will make that I had it on 10. Let's go 10 seconder. All right, we'll do 10 seconds on that one. We'll do 10 seconds. Yeah, it does make it a little easier to read when you do that. No worries. We gotcha.
So
All
what you
about
do
making
is
it
just
easy.
you just cycle through every 10 seconds or so. Like you see how you're scrolling like that? That's causing
It automatically does that. I just have to set the times. So I'm gonna just make it like 8 seconds instead
Yeah,
of
but
the
you see how you're
5 that I
scrolling
had.
up and down? Like this, she's talking
No.
about the up and down.
Right. It'll slow down when I'm doing that. Hold on. I'm adjusting that time to. All right. So good. All right. We're going to go back to Rocky Mount now. All right. Yeah, I don't see an update for Rocky Mount just yet. 0 out of 6 precincts are reporting on the Edgecombe side, which means they're still in process. And I got the same numbers for Guilford. Nash County numbers are still looking the same. I'll go back to Nash just so you all can take a gander at what is happening. Their options. Let me fix that. That needs to be 9 seconds and 3 contests. There you go. That'll make the scroll a little easier for you. As you can see in Rocky Mount, TJ Walker Jr. is ahead with 78% of the vote. Lodge Daughtridge is ahead with 70% of the vote in the Rocky Mount City Council Ward 5 race. And on the mayoral race, Sandy Robertson has 57% of the vote on the Nash County side. And if we go look at the Ward 1 race and the Edgecombe side for mayor, he only has about 243 votes, which still puts him in the lead overall over Teresa Alston Stokes and Bronson Williams. So there are 0 precincts reported as of yet. But again, we're going to keep the flash on the screen. Our commentary is going to be limited until we get some more numbers. So don't you worry. We got you covered on the Urban Conservative. We got you. And what I may end up doing for kicks and giggles is just to disable that. And we just hit it with a refresh every once in a while. So yeah, those numbers are yet to change. Let's see what we got. Absolutely. There you go. No doubt, Stephanie, we got you. And we hope more people. That's what our goal has been, is to try to get to people who don't vote, to get them to turn up to vote. We don't want to tell them who to vote for. We just want them to show up and put the city in their hands, the future of your city. And this is everywhere where there are municipal elections going on. So it looks like Fayetteville City Council District 2, Malik Davis is in the lead there. Fayetteville City Council District 5, Lynn Bissett Green is ahead by about 49 votes. Quonsadine Henson Gribble is coming in last for mayor. Freddie De La Cruz. It looks like Mick Colvin is in the lead there. But let me go back to Nash County and see what we've got here. No update. 0 precincts are reporting as of yet. So y'all hang out with us here on the Urban Conservative. We're going to keep the results coming. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for rocking out with us. Please do us a favor, hit that share button. As you can see so far, we don't have the precincts reported in yet, and a lot of these races, we see a lot of the early voting ballots in already. So we're gonna continue to monitor this,
Yep.
but over the next maybe 15, 20 minutes or so, you're going to start to see these precincts reporting in, and these numbers will start to change. Let folks know this is where they can tune in to watch races from across North Carolina. And we're going to be here rocking out with you until these numbers get worked out. Did anything, what's on the Nash County side? What's happening on the Nash County side?
All right, I'm over here looking at the Nash County side, and I'll pop that up on the screen and I'll give that a refresh. But as it stands right now, Sandy Robertson has a commanding lead in his attempt at re-election for mayor. TJ Walker is ahead with 78% of the vote in Rocky Mountain District, City Council Ward 4. And then Ward 5, Lodge Daughtridge has a roughly, 70-30 advantage right now. But again, folks, these are early voting numbers. This is 0 of 11 precincts reported. So this is all appears to be all early voting. Excuse me. But again, like my brother said, as numbers start coming in, we will keep updating.
That mango got him.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you what that was. So I had a white pizza with that and a little bit of leftover spaghetti. So,
got the repeat happening. That is a good pairing, though. I have to say that is a good pairing.
What, that mango Moscato, some spaghetti, and a little white pizza?
It's a lot of carbs, but yeah, that's
I said that earlier. I was like, it's very carby. It's a carboniferous meal we had there.
All right, folks, get in the comment section. Let us know where you're watching from, what y'all got going on this evening. I'm curious, what do some of y'all have for dinner? I know that's kind of a weird question, but I'm also looking for some new dinner ideas. We got like an 11 food rotation. So I'm just curious if y'all don't mind sharing what y'all chow down on tonight, pre-election. Did you grab something on the way to the polls? Did you do early voting? Let us know what's going on out there, folks. What you got going on? We're gonna continue to monitor these results. And I'm just curious. What was on the dinner menu? I've yet to munch. I've yet to bite down, as me and Bree say. I've yet to hit the bite down yet. So I don't know if it's going to happen at this point.
Right. Shouts out to Mary Helen, says she just got home. So that sounds like some dinner is going to be in effect at some point. And while we looking at these local election results, one of the things that I think people need to understand is that regardless of how it pans out, you don't get to take your foot off the gas. A big part of making sure that you're holding your local elected officials accountable is not just, Facebook and Instagram and tweeting when you're mad or calling up to the radio station. It's also showing up to city council meetings. It's also showing up to these other meetings that they have, making sure your voice is heard when it comes to issues of economic development. And this is not just Rocky Mount. This is across the state. We talk about certain counties in North Carolina are gaining people. Well, not all of these people are coming from out of state. Some of these people are coming from counties that are losing population. As a matter of fact, and I'll use it as an example, you talk about places like Rocky Mount that are losing population. Some of the places like Beaufort County and places in the eastern part of the state that are losing population. So these local elections become that much more important because that's what's going to determine the future or lack thereof of those municipalities. So definitely something people need to keep in mind is that it doesn't stop once you vote and that's the end of it. And, you get to let them do whatever it is they want to do. Now, one thing I will say is that I saw a video of the Rocky Mount City Council meeting last night, or lack of a city council. I don't even know what you call that. But it was a lot of buffoonery, a lot of that. And I think the whole race argument has been taken off the table, but it's still a lot of buffoonery, a lot of emotional rhetoric, not a lot of facts, not a lot of objective reality, a whole lot of blustery, preacher jargon. And look, I love the Lord like the next one do, but I don't need you hooting and hollering like you in a Sunday revival in a city council meeting. I don't need you doing that. Now, I'll also say this. I think that it's a really telling thing as to what people think about the city based on the turnout of this municipal election cycle. So I'm gonna refresh real quick, see if we got any new numbers for y'all here. Stand by. Not as of yet. We refreshed on Rocky Mount. Let me refresh on Guilford and see if we get anything. Guilford County is still the same.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
check.
You'll see that when you see that precinct reported number change on the bottom left. That's when you'll know you got
Well,
action.
it won't change automatically. I've got to refresh it. So
Yeah, perfectly. That's perfect.
but that's why I said I'll enable scrolling and I'll do 10 seconds and I'll do all 5 contests if I got them. Yeah, that way it will refresh automatically and I don't have to do anything. So scrolling delay, we'll do 10 seconds and we'll do.
Yeah, I get the question, Ali. So looking at 400 voters, what was the turnout for the last? He won with 700. So what's the difference right now?
300 voters.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Andre wins the early vote with 400 voters. We are waiting on today's total. Please tell me the reporting on number one isn't Andre seeing what he needs in order to not lose. Not sure, but I think that what we're going to see here is who had the best, basically who had the best game day on at the polls. So we'll see here in a second how that pans out. Yeah, nothing updated as of yet.
You know what? But the question begs me to think at this point if there's what's the difference right now? A 300 vote difference, you said? What's that? 400 to 169? What's that difference?
Yep. So 30%, roughly. That's 200. So basically 170, 170, 340. So almost 200 votes. 240 roughly. 230.
Yeah, that's significant with the if hopefully, you know, more people show up and desire him to no longer be in that position and you know.
There you go. You got an answer, bro. Homemade chili for dinner. Based on what you said about Rocky Mount, sounds like the same mudslinging. Yes, you would be correct in that regard.
Homemade chili. See, yeah, I was lazy. I didn't do the chili. I've been thinking about a good chili, you know.
I did a chili about a week and a half ago, bro. It was a meatless chili.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you do lima beans in your chili?
Brisket. I do. I like all the beans in it. I don't care what's in the chili. I had a brisket chili that was really, really good. Like, I mean,
a brisket chili? Was it just like chopped brisket?
In the chili, it was amazing.
Okay.
That was amazing. What do we got so far? No precincts. Okay, 0 out of 6 so far. All righty. Well,
that's the same thing across the state. I'm looking at Pasquotank and some other places right now. Does not look like new numbers have come out. So we are waiting.
Usually, like I said, it takes about an hour, you know, for that to hit the system. You give it about an hour. We could have started later, but we decided to rock out with y'all on a Tuesday, you know. Tuna stuffed the bell peppers. What? I've never even heard of that before. A tuna stuffed bell pepper? That is original.
A tuna stuffed bell pepper. I actually like the way that sounds.
I don't know. I honestly got very uneasy when I read it. I wasn't sure.
What do you not like the idea of warm tuna? Bothers you?
Yeah. Yeah, that whole idea. Tuna needs mayo and bread. I don't know anything. Like, yo,
Wait,
you
wait,
try to
wait.
bring
So
me-
you don't do tuna melts?
That sounds terrible.
Wait. Would somebody in the audience please explain to my brother how wonderful a tuna melt on a rye is? Like, you
What
get
is
some
a
good
tuna?
ri-
What do you mean melt? What do you mean by melt? What is the tuna melted
So
with?
you got tuna on bread and melted cheese. So
So you're
either
gonna
a Swiss or
wait. You're gonna put cheese on fish? That sounds terrible.
you've never heard of a tuna melt?
It sounds disgusting. That sounds absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry. You're gonna make me throw up in my own mouth right now. Stop talking about that. All I can do is smell hot tuna. I don't want to smell hot tuna. I don't even want to. Like, no, I'm good, bro. No, come on, really? You're serious? That's a thing?
You don't see that right there?
Yeah, no, that doesn't look attractive to me whatsoever.
That is amazing. It is a tuna melt and a bell pepper. That sounds amazing.
That
That's
is
a great
new
idea.
thing. I've
You've
never heard of
that.
such a thing.
Yeah, that's
No.
actually a thing. But shouts
Oh.
out to everybody who likes a good tuna melt, man. It's
Sure,
basically
shouts
a
out to
grilled
you.
cheese sandwich with tuna. It's basically
Yeah,
what you got.
I don't. Doesn't sound good to me. It doesn't. I don't understand that.
You
Like,
just don't like the idea of hot mayonnaise, is what it is.
that's what that was.
Yeah, you don't like the idea of hot mayonnaise.
Oh
I
my
can tell.
God, no.
Yeah, it's regular tuna. You take the tuna, you put it on a sandwich, you toast it, you melt the cheese. It's like a grilled cheese tuna.
You know what? You know what that reminds me of?
Mm.
I'm gonna play this.
Shouts out to Amy Thompson. Yo, Rob. Amy Thompson said 100% agreed. No good. Nasty.
Thank you. I appreciate you because that sounds like a terrible idea. That sounds like a mistake somebody made and just was like, yeah, no, I meant to do that. Like you didn't mean to do that. You must have just wiped your fork off on some grilled cheese that you made a tuna. I don't know how you come up with that. That's just
Yo,
oh my God.
I know this has nothing to do with it, but when we were little, there was one time where y'all were gone, and I was at Aunt Ruby's house by mistake, by myself, and she went to go feed the cats, but she was also making me a tuna fish sandwich. So you know how she would lick the spoon when she was done with the thing or whatever. She accidentally licked the cat food spoon, and I don't know if you ever remember Aunt Ruby cursing.
Wow.
Have you ever heard
This
her
is what-
curse? Do you remember?
This is what a patty melt reminded me of.
Them all. They love them all. That's where they get to satisfy their two most prominent addictions at the same time: shopping and eating. Millions of semi-conscious Americans, day after day, shuffling through the malls, shopping and eating, especially eating. Americans love to eat. They are fatally attracted to the slow death of fast food. Hot dogs, corn dogs, triple bacon cheeseburgers, deep fried butter dipped in pork fat and cheese whiz, mayonnaise soaked barbecued mozzarella patty melts. Americans will eat anything. If you were selling sauteed raccoons' assholes on a stick, Americans would buy them and eat them. Especially if you dip them in
said-
butter and put a little salsa on them.
That's what that reminded
Yeah.
me of. When you said patty melt, I was like,
raccoon. I miss George Carlin, bro.
yeah, I do too. Okay, we're still 0 of 6. Okay. Well, I will tell you what I will do for the viewers, for the listeners and the viewers and the supporters. I will try a patty melt soon, a tuna melt. I'm gonna throw up just smelling hot fish. I don't like hot fish.
It doesn't smell like hot fish, bro.
Yo.
It doesn't
I don't-
smell like that.
Listen to me. A hot fish. I've never liked fish. Like I've never liked fish. I've never liked it. You know why, right?
Why?
Okay. You don't remember the fish incident when we were kids? I know it's
You mean
election
the
night, but
porgies? You mean the porgies with the head staring at us on the plate and not being
That-
able to
that-
move from the table for 13 hours until you ate that ugly little fish head?
of which none of us ate.
Nah, we outlasted him that day, bro. The dog next door got 3 fish heads. Is all I'm saying. Yo,
Yeah.
I
Yo, if there
remember
was
that.
if there was a competition, a competitive fish head throwing contest, we would have won it.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't give a kid a boiled porgy with the head on it. Like
And
that's
the
what he gave us. It
eyes?
was
You want me to
the
eat the
whole
eyes?
head. He
He's
was
like,
like,
he's
"No,
a
you suck
joke.
the brain out like this."
Yeah. Oh, do you
What?
remember that statement? That is traumatizing to a human being. You can't
You
tell
gotta suck the
somebody that.
brain out like this. Like
You can't
what?
say that. You can't you can't give somebody a hot, steamy fish staring at him and say suck the brains out. You can't do that to a kid. That's not reasonable. Not a kid that's raised in an urban environment. You cannot do that. Not if they have never done that before. You can't do that. No. Give
Yo,
them
when
a
I
Pop
when I
Tart.
say we outlasted him, bro, we stayed up for at least 12 hours. It was like 4 a.m. when we started throwing
That was
fish heads over the
terrible.
fence.
That
It was a terrible.
But now I hate hot fish. Of
Yeah,
course.
well,
Listen,
try a
listen.
patty melt. Try a
I'm
patty
gonna
melt,
try
man.
it. I'm gonna give it a
Try a
shot.
tuna melt, man.
I'm gonna try the tuna melt. I'm gonna try it. I got a can of tuna. I got some American cheese. You do American cheese?
I don't know. Normally on a tuna melt, I'm pulling up a recipe right now because I don't like American cheese on a tuna melt. I'm not. I don't know. Small red onion, finely chopped. 1 celery stalk, finely chopped. A half a cup of mayo. 1/3 a cup of dill. Teaspoon of drained capers or chopped pickled jalapenos. Oh, let me
Yo,
see
so
what
now
this
I gotta
recipe
turn
calls
into
for.
Gordon Ramsay. Now, come on, bro. Tuna, mayo, salt, pepper, onion powder, bread. We're done with the tuna. That's what you're supposed to do with the
Yeah,
tuna.
some people
can.
like American on theirs. This one that I had on my screen here that I was showing you was actually American cheese on that on that tuna melt. But I just, man,
And yeah, yo,
it's a-
wait. Somebody else said that to me, Mary Helen, about putting mustard in the tuna. I'm gonna
tuna.
try that.
Yeah, you gotta put
Hmm.
you gotta put a little bit, just a dash of either yellow mustard or some golden spicy brown, just a tad, not a lot. Just add a little tang
Yeah.
to your
See,
tuna.
now that I'm not scared of. That I'm not scared of. But
Yeah, add a
the
little tang to your tuna.
warm tuna. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, what are we at? We're still at 0 all across the board. We're still zeros.
We're still zeros across the board right now in Rocky Mount. I'm going to look across the state. Pasquotank County is still looking like 8.31% cast right now. So 8% early voting turnout. That doesn't look to be a bad deal considering. But here in Rocky Mount, again, you are at 11% turnout in early voting. Right now. And then on the Nash County side, let's go to Nash and see what we got there. Bing bow. I'll give y'all the Nash County for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, you are kicking it with the TUC Twins. It's a Tuesday night special. We are checking out election results across North Carolina for our October 10th municipal elections that are going on. If you haven't done so already, please jump over to the platform, tuconservative.com. Support what we do. And you can do so by either sponsoring an episode or by sending us a cash app to $TU Conservative. We know Joe Biden has got everything more expensive. So we've left our Hamilton plan at $10. So you can do that at tuconservative.com. Yeah, I was more I kind of liked the cheddar on the last tuna melt that I had. Like a sharp cheddar was really good. The only thing that I didn't like was the restaurant had put like a 1/2-inch brick of cheddar on it, bro. So it was just like cheese, like So
Yeah, I don't know. I'll try it. I'm gonna give it a shot.
yeah, I mean, yeah. Worst thing happens. You've had a tuna melt. Somebody can say, "Hey, yeah,
Okay, we got action. We got action.
What action you got?
18% precincts reported, 2 out of 11.
All right, and this is in so
Nash
far.
County.
This is the Nash County results. What we got right now for Ward 1 is let me stop that. Let's apply that. So as it stands right now, Sandy Robertson has 58% of the vote on the Nash County side. It looks like TJ Walker with 2 of 11 precincts is way ahead in that race. And so the same for Lodge Daughtridge and Rocky Mount down there. We're going to go over to Edgecombe real quick and see if any of the precincts, I'm going to hit it with a refresh. So yes, on the Edgecombe side now, it appears that Teresa Alton Stokes has taken a little bit of a jump, still not quite enough to overcome. Andre Knight is at 483. Troy Davis is at 220. That percentage is not as big as it was before, so we will see. And more precincts
Troy Davis has crept ahead of Tarek by 16 votes.
Correctamundo. So that's what you got going on there. I'm also going to take a look at the Pasquotank County race. Doesn't look like we've got any Pasquotank County precincts reporting as of yet. I'm going to go over here to Guilford County. It does appear that we've got some activity in Guilford. My man Kenneth Harper still with about 514 or 9.85% of the votes. So he's about 500 votes out of the top. So he needs to catch up by about 400 votes to be in the top 3. So, we'll see what happens there. But again, we're looking at 16.67% turnout so far in Rocky Mount. May or may not do better than we did last time. We shall see, but that is what you are looking at is the Edgecombe side. Again, it looks like Sandy Robertson is going to cruise to a victory for mayor right now. He's at 1,700 votes on the Nash County side. So it does not look like he is catchable at this point with 2 out of 11 precincts reported, but those may not be the big boxes. So we'll see kind of where that's happening. Now, one of the interesting things that you can do, and people don't realize this, Ra, is that when you're looking at election results, right? When you're on this website and you're kind of looking at the city's election results, you can also click on the actual contest details. So you can see where these votes are actually coming from. So right now in that precinct 1203, nothing's reported. Tarek Pittman is down to 30, has 35 votes. In that precinct, Troy Davis has 64. Nothing reported there, nothing reported there. So the biggest box has not come in for Ward 1's race yet. So we still got more time to go on this. We'll go back and see if any other precincts have reported. I'm going to hit that with a refresh. So again, 16 votes down for Tarek Pittman, putting him out of second. There's about 263 votes behind for Troy Davis, while Teresa Alton Stokes is winning on the Rocky Mount mayoral contest on the Edgecombe side. There is a humongous gap to beat on the Nash County side. So just keep your eyes peeled, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at races from across the state right now. I'm going to go to the Nash County. Where did I put Nash? Let's put Nash County up there. So as you can see, Mayor Sandy Robertson is ahead. 58% of the vote so far. TJ Walker, again, it looks like he is going to, what are the words you used earlier? Trounce was one of the words you used?
Maybe.
Yeah, you said trounced earlier. I was going to give you props for your usage of the word trounce on this morning, Joe.
Shouts out to all of the homeschool dads. Vocabulary.
Yeah. Shouts out to the homeschool dads. He said, though. All right, let's see if we got anything else. That's just one precinct so far reported. We're at 13, basically 16.67%. The total vote right now, it may track. We may do better than we've done before.
Well, I think that one of our favorite positions to take on some things is no matter what the outcome is, there's always takeaways. So if we've increased that voter, and when I say we've, I mean the city of Rocky Mount themselves have showed up to vote and more people are getting engaged, that's a win. Now, how they're getting engaged and what they're subscribing to and what, their vetting process and why they're voting for someone, it's a different nut to crack. It's a different nut to crack. So we're going to take a few moments and we'll, keep refreshing and stay tuned. Yo, bro.
Yes, sir.
I just let you know you're not muted. So real quick, also, folks, quick reminder, join us 9:30 a.m. every morning for Top of the Morning right here on the Urban Conservative, where we cover breaking news, the news of the morning, the news of the evening, what's on our radar. And we get your day started off right. Get you that information you need, what's going on. So definitely tap in with us every morning. We're usually live between 9 a.m. and about 9:15, 9:30 the latest, but definitely tap in. All right, Ali, let me know when you good, bro, because I can't see you. So
I'm back. I had to go get some water. Let's give this a refresh, bro. Let's give it a refresh and see what's out. Yeah, 33.33%. Precincts reported 2 out of 6. Again, Teresa Alton Stokes, 700 votes. Bronson Williams coming in second on the Edgecombe side. Sandy Robertson with 300 votes. But to get the complete picture of what's happening in Rocky Mount, you also need to look at the Nash County numbers, with which you see here. And Mayor Robertson has basically an insurmountable lead at this point. Again, it appears TJ Walker, I can call it right now, with 5 out of 11 precincts right now. I would feel comfortable calling that. And then Lodge Daughters has a very comfortable lead there. Let's go back to the Edgecombe side and see if there's any, with 50% of the precincts reporting. Let's go back to this tab. And it looks like Andre Knight's in the lead, 491. Tarek Pittman did not gain any votes with that last precinct that came in. We can actually give us a look and see those two precincts are the ones that are in. So let's take a look at this contest here. Andre Knight got 8 votes out of 1205. Troy Davis got 3. Tarek got 2. And then when we go down to this precinct here, Andre Knight got 83, Troy Davis 64, and Tarek 35. And then you still have the 2 larger precincts to report. So we will definitely come back to the Edgecombe side with 50% of the precincts reporting. So let's also go take a look at what's happening. I'm going to look at what's happening in Guilford County to see how. So they've only got 4 out of 41 precincts reporting. And okay, it looks like they're still ahead there. Let's see if there's anything going on in Pasquotank County, if we've got any updates. Still waiting on Pasquotank County results to come in. But as you can
So
see, ladies and gentlemen,
let me ask you this question. Are you not wanting to say Andre Knight won this?
I don't know who won it until it's over.
Okay. All right. Oh, fair.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at the
I don't know.
numbers. Just looking at it. Doesn't seem insurmountable yet, right?
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you what this really is, though. I want to see that 14.74 number. If that doesn't beat 22%, then we know what's going on.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, we know what's what. We know what's what. You know, it's again, but that should be a case and point for the reason what we've been saying and will continue to say. And again, just because the results are what they are, don't mean we slow down. Doesn't mean we take our eyes off of what's happening there. That doesn't mean we forget about promoting the documentary or talking about what's happening in Rocky Mount, because people have obviously been used. It is just beyond clear listening to the buffoonery last night at that meeting. So, you know, and I'll call it what it is. It's buffoonery at its finest. So 50% of the precincts reported. Again, the big precincts are still out. I'm going to hit that with a refresh. Still 3 out of 6. For those of you in the eastern part of the state, we are still waiting on results to come in Pasquotank County. Elizabeth City has a mayor and city council. First ward, second ward races are up in Pasquotank County. In Guilford County, you have your High Point City Council at large, where you get to select 2 out of a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. And then there's Ward 1 and Ward 3 in High Point. There are races in multiple counties. So you've got Alamance, Camden, Chatham, Cumberland, Davidson, Davie, Durham, Edgecombe, Forsyth, Guilford, Harnett, Iredell, Nash, Orange, Pasquotank, Randolph, Richmond, Vance, Wake, and Wayne counties all have October municipal elections. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the results for Rocky Mount.
Look at that chat and send me the links to the other one so I can share a screen and we can do 2 at a time.
Just go to North Carolina State Board of Elections. You see the website on my screen, and then just Google North Carolina election results, and then just open up the results dashboard so you can share your screen too. This is always an appropriate venue to ask those questions. And if you're listening and not watching, Diana Richards says, if there's any plans to revitalize downtown Rocky Mount, tear down or renovate empty buildings and houses, decrease the number of shootings and other issues that plague our cities. The voter turnout looks terrible. Knight had 600 plus votes in 2019. Tarek lost by 156. I can't believe these numbers in 4 and 5. Terrible. Yeah. So let's see what we've got. This is on refresh. Let me see if anything has changed with 3 of 6 precincts reporting. That's the way the numbers look. We're still looking at the same thing. Guilford County, we're looking at the same thing. Nash County, I'm looking at that tab now. So y'all see Nash County in front of us. 5 out of 11 precincts reporting. Sandy Robertson has a healthy lead for mayor. So I don't think all of the, all of the naysayers that were saying, he lost control and this, that, he apparently has some sort of mayoral control, and somebody thinks he's doing a good enough job to stay on there, which can be said ultimately about Andre Knight and the folks in Rocky Mount. Apparently somebody thinks he's doing a good job. Somebody must, I don't know, their property values are going up. I don't know. I can't figure it out.
All right, what do I do on this page?
So yeah, right around now, let me see what you got. So you see where, go to your scroll over. So you see election reporting. You want the election report dashboard is what you want. You want the dashboard. So you got to go to elections dashboard. There you go. So then you pick a drop down for this election.
That's today right here, right?
Go to election, and then you just pick a county.
Which one do you want?
Just go, give me Pasquotank on your side.
And then hit display.
Display results. And bang bang. So no precincts reporting out of there yet. Yeah, that's not going to work, bro, because of
No,
the.
I know. I got you. I got you covered. So we can switch them around. I got you covered.
We're at 4 out of 6 precincts reporting in Rocky Mount. Here's where you are right now. And I'll tell you something, bruh. 4, 10. If you only had a Troy Davis or a Tarek Pittman, this would be a lot closer. They've actually split each other's votes is what's happened here.
Exactly right.
Yep, that's exactly what's going on. They've split each
But
other's vote.
does it cause a runoff becomes the question.
Nah, Andre wins.
That's why I said at this point.
No, there's no runoff. He only needs 50% plus 1.
Which he has 52 right now.
Yeah. So
unless that dramatically changes in the next hour, which I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think we have an hour. We got 4 out of 6 precincts reporting, bro. I don't see this taking another hour. I just don't see it. And that is
I'm holding on to hope, and I'm looking at that 15% number. This is yikes, bruh. Yikes, bruh.
Yeah, 45% of the precincts are reported on the Nash County side. You're looking at a 15% turnout. Let me see if I've got anything in Guilford, any movement in Guilford. Not really.
All right, let's check this other race here. Hit the refresh on that. Where do you hit the refresh? Hit refresh.
The win.
So here we're still at 0 out of 5 precincts reported. So we can get back to that in a minute. We'll come back to Pasquotank in a minute. 0 out of 5 there.
Yep, we're still at 4 out of 6 precincts reporting. We're at a 15% voter turnout. Okay, 15% voter turnout. Now, if Andre Knight wins this, I'm sure he's going to go out there and do the same thing he did before and say, oh, the white folk tried to stop me and they tried to stop me and come at me and only because it's me and they want to hold the black man down and we had victory and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da buffoonery. We still
and the Lord seen fit to make me who we I dare you come down. Yeah.
Yo, you got to stop it. I was drinking something. You almost choked me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're checking out election night results.
She got proof.
I ain't seen there, not a none of it.
I got proof like she got proof.
I ain't seen a there, not a near, none of it. All right, let me check. Nash County, Guilford is still looking the same. Nash County, let's take a look. 5 out of 11. Yeah, it's safe to say. I mean, I don't see where Miss Stokes can pull 1,004. There's not another 1,400 votes for her on the Nash County side. She just doesn't have enough on both sides.
Well, technically, there is because there's 10,000 votes out there.
I mean, yeah, but did they vote?
Do you understand the problem? But no, unless you got to deal with those other 9,000 people that didn't vote, unless that happens right now, like you said, these two guys, Troy and Tarek, split the vote, and so what it looks like is if either one of them wasn't in the race, right? The other one would have, what's 23 and 23? What are those two numbers together?
36.
No.
So you're saying, hold on, 46, but hold on. So right now, looking at these numbers, right? If you take 226 plus 234, that equals 460. That's a lot closer.
Right.
That's 40, 55 votes off. They split each other's vote. Having a third candidate in that race blew it. My opinion. I mean, hey, for what my opinion is worth. With 5 out of 6 precincts reporting, yeah, this is fair to say, unless this last precinct.
I mean, and we're only at 16% voter turnout. You've got to be kidding me, folks.
Yeah, and look at that. Tarek Pittman has climbed up to 253. Climbed up to 253. There you go. And then let's take a look.
Still, everybody in this last precinct has to vote for Tarek. Come on, folks. Y'all voted for Tarek. Y'all voted for something. Y'all did not vote for Andre. Just come on. Come on, Rocky Mount. Come on.
He said, come on, Rocky Mount.
Yo, I think there was also a very misguided approach to the public organization on the matter. I think there needs to be some more unity because there's no way you could have a combined 40 years in the city council and the conditions be what they are in the city, and then you say it's not my fault. Don't blame me for that. I have nothing to do with that. It was the white people in slavery that did that. That it was them. Because they sharecropped and you didn't get no food. Now I need the city council to take care of my bills. You know, I need a way to make this work for me. And that's what I see it as. So oh yeah. So you can stick a fork in this one, bro. Yeah.
All right. And then
even lower voter turnout. So we still over here on the Pasquotank side. We're still at all zeros, 0 out of 5 precincts reporting. As of right now for all contests, what other county we have?
So I'm also looking at Guilford County, and it appears that they are waiting on an update as well. They've got 14 out of 41 precincts reporting. They are only at a 5.53% turnout in Guilford County right now.
Okay, well, we have closure. We have closure in Forsyth County. City of High Point Mayor Cyril Jefferson is now the that is 100% in, and
what do you mean
Jefferson
it's 100% in? Where do you see that 100?
Oh, I'm sharing my screen. Oh, you don't see my screen? There you go. There you go.
All right, 7% turnout on the Guilford. Wait, on the High Point, because High Point is between Guilford and Forsyth. So, wow. All right, I got you. So, yeah, so they only had 7% turnout on the Forsyth side, and on the Guilford County side, let me go to Nash, Guilford. Yeah, on the Guilford side, there's still 35% of the vote out.
We got Durham up on the screen for y'all to check out. Town of Cary Mayor. Right now we're at 13%, 8 out of 58 precincts reported. And we're at a 6% voter turnout right now. With the 0 in for Town of Cary Mayor, Town of Cary City Council at large is still out. City of Durham Mayor right now we have Leonardo Leo Williams ahead with 52%, a little over 52%, followed up by Mr. Mike Woodard, followed up by Deidreana Freeman, followed by Williams, Burris, Pettiford, Dunstan, and then on the City of Durham City Council at large, we're not reading all of these, sorry folks, but you have to vote for 3, so your top 3 right now are Nate Baker, Javiera Caballero, Carl Rist are your top 3 vote getters right now at 18, 17, and 17. On the Pasquotank side, do we have any action yet? We
No
got 0
action. I just
action.
was actually now Rocky Mount is done. On the Edgecombe side of Rocky Mount, the election is done. 16.78% voter turnout. Okay. You got 500. It still would have been a lot closer of a race had only one candidate have run in Rocky Mountain Ward 1. You got Tarek Pittman beats out Troy Davis by 3 votes. But as you can see, 574 votes put somebody who's been on city council back out there for another term.
Do I need to guess who that write-in candidate is? Do we get to find out?
Nah, we will never find out who that is.
Oh, I have my suspicions.
Yeah, it was me. All right, let's see what we got over here on the Nash County side. Again, I don't see where the votes are going to come from. It's all but a wash here on the Nash County side. It looks like Sandy Robertson, TJ Walker, and Lodge Daughtridge will be going back to the Rocky Mount City Council. Joshua Robinson received 257 votes. Everett Silver received 180 votes. And so far to date, it looks like Sandy Robertson's way ahead of the pack on the mayoral race. We have nothing coming out of Pasquotank County as of yet. The early voting numbers are still there. But so far, only 5.53% of registered voters showed up. And in Rocky Mount, 16.78% on the Edgecombe side. That ought to tell you something. Okay.
What do you got on the other side? What's the turnout on the other side?
So far on the Nash County side, we are looking at 14.73%.
So collectively, collectively, what is that?
That doesn't work. You can't do that. That doesn't work collectively because they're 2 different counties. There's no collective.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
So if you were to average it out, 16 to 18, the average is around 15. Like,
yikes.
Yeah, yikes. Absolutely yikes. But still, the Nash County side is still a little bit of a ways to go. With 5 out of 11 precincts reporting, Sandy Robertson has a commanding lead in the mayoral race there. With 14 out of 41% precincts reporting, the mayor of High Point race is Cyril Robertson. What is his name? It went away on me. But where'd it go? Okay, Vicky McKeever's ahead with 416 for Ward 1. Jamestown Council has got some folks in it as well. Bear with me. I'm just going to turn that off. So
all right, hold on. So I got you over here. We also have some races out of Harnett County, which are now done. You have a City of Dunn mayor. You have William P. Elmore Jr. has won that race. Also, City of Dunn Commissioner Ward 1. You have a J. Wesley Sills is won that race. And also you have Ward 2, Ward 3, Ward 4 races. I guess all of their ward races are in. And there's a couple of town races that are in. So yeah, it's done. It's done off there. You got some winners and some losers out there in Harnett County.
Definitely do. And let's take a look at, I'm going to refresh Nash. We're still waiting on, we've got 6 more precincts to report in Nash, and it does not appear that we have gotten any other numbers out of Pasquotank County other than the early voting numbers. So we shall.
And that would be the same for Chatham County. Yeah, that's also the same for Chatham County. Their votes, their early votes are the only ones in right now. Where you have Harold Weinbrecht Jr. ahead right now with 98% of the vote, 463 to 5 for the town of Cary mayor, Chatham. So Let's head over to
All right.
Camden County. What do we got here? 100% of that vote's done. So look what you got there, bro. You see those results?
Christina Williams won Camden County. Go ahead. Shouts out to everybody in Pasquotank watching. So that's you're ahead of the game right there. Small wins are wins. So we'll take that. Christina Williams wins on the Camden County side. And I've got Pasquotank up on my screen if you want to share mine, bro. We still have 0 precincts reporting 0 out of 5, but about a 50% difference right now, 26 to 67. So about a 51% difference. But again, we've seen that subject to change based on the reporting, but we don't have any info from Pasquotank reporting right now. I do know I got to give a shout out to everybody that's watching in Pasquotank County. Big up to everybody out there. And thanks for your support of the Urban Conservative. We really appreciate that. There is also, for the record, the turnout right now is below 10% in Pasquotank County. And this is, as we look across the state, what we see is oftentimes these municipal elections do have the lowest turnout. Now, could we blame today's low turnout on anything having to do with Israel? Sure. Do we think people may be paying attention to international news? That's a possibility. I just hope people realize that this is one of the most important things they can do, because this is where we hear people complain the most about. You don't at the gas station hear people complaining about the president, the whatever. They complaining about local stuff. These roads are jacked up. These police, the safety and security, the parks, the bridges, the roads, all of those things. That's what you hear. So again, when we look at these turnouts, we're talking about 16.78% turnout in the Rocky Mount City Council election for Ward 1 on the Edgecombe County side, 16% turnout. Now, you have to ask yourself a question. Who benefits by only keeping their allotted group of people aware of an election, right? Who benefits from that? And that is more often than not the people who want to keep themselves in power, especially at a local level. So make sure, ladies and gentlemen, this is, even though this is one election, it's not the only election, and you're going to have to be making a choice about who you're going to vote for the direction of our country coming up here in the primary. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. Y'all don't go nowhere. You're supporting the Urban Conservative. It is a Tuesday night special, election night, local elections here in North Carolina. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back on the Urban Conservative. Hang out with us. Don't go nowhere. Just because you're black doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com.
Hey, buddy, do you like NASCAR? Do you like a Tribe Called Quest? Well, you gonna love the Urban Conservative.
Do you like manwich and nachos? Well, then you love the Urban Conservative.
Do you like guns? Do you like butter? Well, you're gonna love the Urban Conservative.
Yo, what's good, son? You like pit bulls, say? You like solving Sudoku puzzles? Then you gonna love the Urban Conservative.
Hey, buddy, if your car making a sound like this, you might want to get you some power steering fluid and check out the Urban Conservative podcast.
Are you repulsed by the idea of drag queen story time at your local library, but enjoy Carol Baskin TikTok memes? Then you would enjoy the Urban Conservative.
Do you want to slap your boss and then go home and make yourself some golden brown pancakes covered in butter and freshly made warm boysenberry syrup? Then you'll love the Urban Conservative.
If you're a little over Cardi B and you're repulsed by the thought of Hogmaw, check out the Urban Conservative. Are you ready?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are back on the Urban Conservative. It is a Tuesday night. You are live with us for our local municipal election special. Local elections happen across the great state of North Carolina today. As you can see, 100% of the precincts have reported in the city of Rocky Mount. It appears, it is obvious that Sandy Robertson has taken his win as mayor. TJ Walker has returned to the Rocky Mount City Council, as has Lige Daughtridge. So Rocky Mount elections are done. You had a little bit of a higher turnout on the Nash than the Edgecombe side. So 17.68% on the Nash side, roughly 14% on the Edgecombe side. So there you have it. Rocky Mount elections are in the books. We're going to transition over to Pasquotank County now, where we are still waiting for their Board of Elections to start getting precincts out, which is interesting because you would figure a county the size of Pasquotank, that is not a humongous county, that Board of Elections would start getting some of these precinct numbers out now. Somebody, if you're watching from Pasquotank, jump in the comments. Let us know what's going on with y'all's BOE there. We're also, again, looking at Guilford County races, some folks that we know that are running in races across the state. About 5.5% turnout so far in Guilford County. It looks like the city of High Point City Council at large race. So far, about 1,387 is the highest vote getter, who is Amanda Cook at the current moment. So there is that. But ladies and gentlemen, we are got our eyes on Pasquotank County, Elizabeth City State University. A lot going on in that area. A very contentious mayoral race. A lot of times these races are nonpartisan, but folks still try to find a way and will find a way to bring partisan mudslinging into it. And sometimes that mudslinging is inter-party, which is unfortunately one of the reasons why we see unaffiliated becoming the largest voter block, and still is. It is the voter block in our state. Now, I think we're going to see at the end of this municipal cycle, if things don't go right, I'm hoping folks will make a change. But I asked a question while I was out at Elizabeth City, and I've been asking this, and bro, I asked the question: how much money is being spent to promote local elections by the state and by the Board of Elections? And the answer is not much.
I think that's a good question. I think it's a good question.
Yeah, the answer is not much. I said, are they doing radio? Are they doing TV? Are they doing digital? And and sometimes they're sending the Board of Elections people out, but sending these people out to the people who already vote doesn't do any good. Sending your Board of Elections folks out to the Republican meeting, all those people are going to vote already. And that's who you really see voting, is the hyper partisan, the ultra partisan people voting in these municipal elections. But again, we are waiting for Pasquotank, North Carolina numbers to come in. A lot of places we've already seen fully reported. So we are waiting on Pasquotank. Again, you're watching live with the Urban Conservative Twins here on a Tuesday night, our North Carolina local election. So while we are waiting for some of those numbers to come out, we are also working on a very special project called The Elephant in the Room. We are really looking forward to this documentary project to highlight some of the most difficult conversations that need to be had in order to unify us as Americans. If you're interested in supporting our effort in producing that documentary, we'd love to have you as an executive producer. You can visit tuconservative.com, click on sponsor an episode to find out how you can become a part of the Urban Conservative. Now, we are still waiting, and I don't know how much longer we're going to give them here, but we're still waiting on numbers to come in from Pasquotank County. It also appears that Guilford County has had a couple of more precincts post. Yeah, nope, we're still 41 there. And as I said, in the Nash County elections, Sandy Robertson will be going back in care of the city of Rocky Mount. Now, I hope that he will take the opportunity to be a little bit more grab the horns-ish. And the reason I say that is because as a mayor, you're elected citywide. So you're representing the entire city. I think that, looking at the behavior of some folks at some of these city council meetings, I would definitely implore the mayor to exercise a little more authority over some of the ridiculous attacks on some of the citizens by Councilman Knight when he doesn't like that temper tantrumy kind of thing.
Right.
You couldn't talk to the way we grew up. You can't talk to no grown man. You can't to no grown dude like that, bro.
Nah, it's not gonna work out for you.
Not work out well, ladies and gentlemen. Not going to work out well. We're going to give it another about 10, 15 minutes. We're going to give it till 9:30, and we will see what happens. We'll also be doing a live top of the morning, so we'll be also updating you all on that. But, we assumed that by 9:30 that all of these numbers would be in. I'm not quite sure what's taking Pasquotank so long. I got some messages, some feelers out there trying to find out what bear with me a sec. I'm a mute. I'm making a call up to Pasquotank, see what I can find out. Yo, bro, I just got off the phone with some folks up in Pasquotank County, and they don't even know what's happening with their board of elections. It's just really strange that it's taken this long. I mean, Elizabeth City is not that big, bro. It's like really not that big. It is odd to me that this is taking so long for them to be getting any precinct.
Right. Well, in Alamance here, we got we're still kind of at I don't want to say a standstill, but we kind of have a pause in the reporting here in Alamance still. But we do have pick 2, 11 out of 19 precincts reported in Alamance for City of Burlington City Council member. You have Dewana Bigelow and Bob Ward ahead right now. Also, is there anything in Davidson? Is there anything in there? Oh, look what we got. 100 out of 100. So that's what you got. Davidson County Mayor, 3 of 3. You got Victor Jones, 104 to Cyril Jefferson's 80. City of High Point City Council at large, vote for 2. You have Britt W. Moore and Sam Carr are your 2 highest vote getters there, with 3 out of 3 precincts reported.
Now, keep in mind, Davidson and Guilford, that High Point race, that runs multiple counties. Ray Nelson is ahead in the Bermuda Run Town Council meeting. I've also got on my screen in Iredell County.
You mean town council race or meeting?
Not town council race, my bad. Also, if you share my screen, Iredell County is 100% reported. There is a silver lining in some of this. At least Rocky Mount doesn't have what Iredell County has, which was 3.49% voter turnout.
Out of 46,000?
It's about right. So you could become the mayor or the town of Mooresville commissioner at large with 395 votes, bro.
396, you win, buddy.
Yeah. And I mean, look, I'm just really, it's weirding me out that the Pasquotank results are taking so long. Hold on. Let me try this. Let me see if they got anything. Nothing yet. That is really strange, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing coming from Pasquotank County yet. That is interesting to me. In Randolph County, let's see what we've got going on here. We've got, again, Cyril Jefferson, 100% of the turnout there. Randolph County is nothing. Let's go to Richmond. 9.51% turnout. Antonio Blue, town of Dobbins. Ravona McGee, 41 votes to get on the Dobbins Heights Town Council. There you go. That is Richmond County. And then in Vance County, we have Melissa Elliott with 898 votes, 20% turnout in Vance County. Mike Venable is now on the Henderson Alderman at Large, 3rd Ward, and Tammy Walker for Ward number 4 in the Henderson Alderman at Large. So that is Vance County with 20% turnout. And then we go over to Wake County, the biggest county in the state. And for the town of Cary Mayor, we're still waiting on numbers. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So I'm going to go back to Pasquotank real quick and see if their Board of Elections has put up anything. And they, ladies and gentlemen, have not. Interesting. So, folks, what you have here, is, again, another example of what needs to take, and I should say what we wanted to take place was higher voter turnout. So what we're going to do here, ladies and gentlemen, is tomorrow.
You know what I thought you was going to say is what we have here is a failure to communicate. I thought you had
we clearly have a failure to communicate, ladies and gentlemen. But what we are going to do is I'm going to keep my eyes on some of these election results. We will share some of these results that we weren't able to get to tonight. Tomorrow morning, on top of the morning, we'll take a little bit of time to cover some of those races. We want to thank each and every one of y'all that have taken the time to come and watch some of these results with us here on the Urban Conservative tonight. Again, just because the results are what they are, that don't mean we are done. That don't mean you get to say, look, them twins ain't do nothing. Nah, buddy. Now, it's going to be a rough thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you right back here bright and early tomorrow morning for Top of the Morning here on the Urban Conservative. We appreciate you rocking along with us. Y'all have a fantastic evening. And for those of you who got out and voted, thank you. For those of you who did not, I don't want to hear a damn thing.